So Sage Northcutt calls out Logan Paul on Twitter. Now, we all know all of this is a bit of a shit show, but the thing about Logan Paul is he does bring some skills at least to MMA, into the UFC. He brings probably the most respected skill or the most necessary skill, which is wrestling. Right, Brock Lesnar was able to come in because of his wrestling skills, not because of his hands, because of his wrestling skills. So, Logan Paul basically he said that he was interested in taking his whole circus to the UFC. And Sage Northcutt called him out. He said, "Let me know when you're ready to catch these hands." And Sage Northcutt should have said, "Let me know when you're ready to catch these hands and feet, knees, elbows." Sage Northcutt is a wonder boy when it comes to those when it comes to his striking. But yeah, he called him out. Yeah, dude. And Logan Paul basically accepted. He said, "Hey, anytime, Sage Northbutt, anytime, I'll get in there anytime." Now, there are two things in the world that you can sell. It will sell no matter what you do. Two things will always sell. That is sex and that is stupid. This shit right here is stupid as hell. Okay? And that's why it works. That is exactly why it works. If Logan Paul wants to come over to the UFC, not Bellator, not Logan Paul should probably start off. MMA is tough. MMA is incredibly tough. He should probably start off at like PFLs, or not even the PFLs or Bellator. He needs to start off at a regional scene. A real regional scene like a LFA. Go fight at LFA. Go fight at CES MMA. You could go do that. Titan FC, anything, any of these smaller regional events. Ring of Fire, I don't know if they're still around. I haven't really heard of them in a while, but a small fight I think would be great for the guy. A small fight promotion. But the UFC, you're asking for an ass whooping on the biggest scene in the world. But this is kind of where MMA is at right now. MMA is ready to really, if you're not, if you don't have the skills, but you have something else like the stardom of, Logan Paul, he's basically a YouTuber who has like 10 million subscribers or something like that. So he just had the fight with KSI, who also has like 10 million subscribers. And they did this out in London and they sold it as like a pay-per-view on YouTube. I don't remember how much it was. I don't know how much it was. I actually didn't even watch the fight or care. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't on my radar. And then it also went to a draw. That's what I found. It went to a draw. So it wasn't even like I needed to go back and watch it necessarily. But what I can say is they might actually make this fight. I know that the UFC got burnt a little bit by CM Punk, who they thought was going to come in and be the next Brock Lesnar. And he just ended up being a dud. He just ended up being a dud who was living out who was going through a midlife crisis, basically, is what it looked like. That's exactly what it was. He got to have his midlife crisis on the biggest stage and catch two ass whoopings in MMA, when he should have went to LFA, starting a regional scene. If you want to do something like that, start at the regional scene. But I'm not going to dwell on it too much. I think that this is a funny, kind of stupid ass little call out and fight. But if Logan Paul went in there with Sage Northcutt would clip his shit all the way up. Sage Northcutt it would literally look like he was hitting mitts. It would look like he was hitting the pads, doing some old exhibition shit, just showing off. We know that Sage Northcutt has ran into a couple of bumps in the road, but the guy's striking is top notch. Anyways, that's my thoughts on this whole, the young man's call out of, Sage Northcutt and Logan Paul. It's a dumbass fight, but a lot of people will watch it if they booked it. So anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button.